Hello guys, welcome to Potato Gaming. In this video, we will see 15 games that let you choose your adventure.
That's a lot of blood. And that's definitely my shirt from last night.
Most games not let you choose how direct a story you play. Whatever you do, the story is always linear scripted. That is kinda boring. We want a game that lets us get involved in how the story is going. At least we can choose dialogue that can affect the game world itself.
I think we reached it 10 minutes ago.
In number 1 we got Pathfinder Kingmaker.
For heroes. Who are the outdoory anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one...
The game modeled on the Pathfinder role-playing game and inspired by classic computer RPGs such as Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights. It features a real-time with pause or turn-based combat system and an isometric perspective. One of the game's distinguishing features is its emphasis on realm building, with the player's decisions as a local lord affecting the rest of the gameplay as they are embroiled in a world of political intrigue and adventure. Character customization is a key feature, along with an alignment system where a character's alignment can change due to player choice. While the player begins with only one character of their creation, the game is party-based as companions join them along the way. These include both established Pathfinder characters and newly invented characters.
Leave this one to me.
The second is Volcano Princess. The story of the game takes place in the Volcano Kingdom where chivalry, magic, and alchemy are prevalent. The player plays the role of father who takes care of his daughter alone after his wife passed away. In Volcano Princess, the players will be spending time with the daughter and managing what daily activities she will participate in. The daughter has several stats, such as strength, intelligence, emotion, and imagination, which can be increased enrolling her in classes and managing her schedule. As time passes, the characters will grow older and go through different stages in life, reflected by the various changes of their appearance. Number 3 is Way of Samurai 4. The game is set in a fictional port town called Amahama during the last days of the shogunate. Players can create their own samurai and choose to align themselves with one of 3 factions: the pro-government forces, the anti-government rebels seeking to repel foreigners, or the British Navy stationed in the city to negotiate a peace treaty. When the negotiations between the local government of Amahama and the British goes wrong after a Prajna attack at the meeting point, the Tokugawa shogunate sends one of their taro to quash the revolt. The main story takes place over the span of 5 days. The characters' decisions and actions will shape their path, and ultimately their fate. Number 4 is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicle.
I have to.
Set in late 19th century Japan and England, each title features 5 murder mystery. In the course of each case, you'll speak to witnesses, examine evidence and clues, and attempt to deduce the dastardly intent behind the crime before proceeding to the courtroom. In court, you will hear testimonies, cross-examine witnesses, and present evidence. And of course, it wouldn't be an Ace Attorney game if you couldn't shout objection when you know you've got the facts and evidence needed to contradict the prosecution's claims and prove your client's innocence.
Objection!
Number 5 is Pentiment. Pentiment is a narrative adventure role-playing video game played from a 2D perspective. The player takes control of Andreas Mahler, a journeyman artist from Nuremberg who becomes embroiled in a series of murder mysteries in Upper Bavaria. The player is tasked with investigating the murders of prominent individuals for which other townsfolk have been accused for various reasons. After collecting physical proof and gleaning information from townsfolk, the player is meant to accuse an individual based on either who they think committed the crime or who most deserves punishment. Throughout the game, the player is also presented with the option to define Andreas' personal history through dialogue trees, including his previous travels, language skills, and academic background, which can affect how the mysteries are resolved. Number 6 is the Henry Stickman Collection. The game is an anthology collection of remastered versions of the first 5 games in the Henry Stickman series with improved visuals. The Henry Stickman collection is a Newgrounds choose-your-own path classic, reborn and revitalized. This 6-game epic culminates in multiple entirely canon, extremely different endings. Each step of the journey has you choose from options such as a teleporter or calling in your buddy Charles to help you out. Correct choices will move the story forward, but incorrect choices lead to a fail. Number 7 is 60 Seconds, Randomized. With only 60 seconds left to impact, go on a mad dash through the house in search of family members and useful supplies. Everything will be against you: time, your very own furniture, a house that's different every time you play, and the fundamental question: what to take with you and who to leave behind. Reaching the fallout shelter in time, alive, is only the beginning. Whatever you scavenged and whoever you saved will play a vital role in your survival. Each survival story will be different, with every day surprising you with unexpected events. Ration food and water, make best use of your supplies, face difficult choices, and even venture into the wasteland.
Dolores, Mary Jane, and little Timmy. A true post-nuclear family. It might just be the fallout, but you folks are positively glowing.
Number 8 is Life is Strange.
Fuck, I am. What are you doing? Get that gun away from me, Psycho! No!
Life is Strange is a graphic adventure played from a third-person view. The player takes control of Max Caulfield, whose time-rewinding ability allows the player to redo almost any action that has been taken. The player can examine and interact with objects, which enables puzzle solving in the form of fetch quests and making changes to the environment. Dialogue exchanges can be rewound while branching options are used for conversation. Once an event is reset, the details provided earlier are permitted to avail themselves in the future. In some instances, choices in dialogue alter and affect the story through short or long-term consequences. For each one of the choices, something good in the short term could turn out worse later.
What's going on? Where am I? There's something else I have to tell you. Holy shit.
Talk to me, Max.
Number 9 is The Captain. The Captain is a point-and-click adventure game surrounding a spaceship captain meant to stop a villain from destroying the sun. You are Captain Thomas Wellmu, a Space Fleet science officer lost on the other side of the galaxy. Dark forces are en route to Earth to destroy our planet, and you are carrying the only thing that can stop them. Race back home across the galaxy, collect new friends on your journey, make new enemies. You won't be able to save everyone. Who will you leave behind? Which civilizations will you save or destroy along the way? The decisions are all up to you. Number 10 is The Oregon Trail. At its heart, this is a choose-your-own adventure game combined with some inventory management and a few minigames. This, combined with the many different random events which occur along your journey, can affect how challenging the trail is going to be and whether your party will survive. You need to manage having enough food, making sure your wagon is adequately repaired, as well as providing for the hygiene and morale of your travelers. Is Beacon Pines. Beacon Pines is a cute and creepy adventure set within a mysterious book. You play as both the reader of the book and its main character, Luca. While helping Luca investigate the strange goings-on in Beacon Pines, you'll collect special golden charms, each with a word engraved on it. These charms can be used at certain turning points in the story to fill in a blank word and drastically change everything that follows. As the book's reader, you'll navigate the story's turning points using the Chronicle, an interactive story tree that branches and grows along with your choices.
But it's okay. We can figure this out. Together.
Number 12 is Jira, A Flame in Winter. Set in Tinglev during the German occupation of Denmark in World War II in 1945. You play Jira Larson, a young nurse who is torn between her community and her desperate quest to save her husband, Anders. Many other lives will come to depend on your decisions. Your relationship with people and factions will determine how your story unfolds. Level up Jira's mental skills by reflecting on her experiences in her diary to gain personality skill points. Use these skills during events and conversations to unlock special actions, gain others' trust, or keep them from suspecting you. Jira's journey will involve moral dilemmas, difficult conversations, and sticky situations. It's a dangerous world and you must help her adapt to it with the choices you make, which always have both short and long-term consequences. Number 13 is Shadows over Loathing. Shadows over Loathing is a role-playing game. Set in a 1920s Lovecraftian setting, the player controls a customizable player character who must explore Ocean City to recover relics and find their missing Uncle Murray. Gameplay is split into 6 chapters, as the character hunts for relics in a different part of the city while completing side quests. To find the relics, the player character must solve puzzles and fight in turn-based combat. Combat involves using a variety of items, such as foods that grant buffs and throwable objects like baseballs and seltzer grenades. Number 14 is The Wolf Among Us.
People are scared of you. I mean, look at your face. Who'd you get in a fight with?
The Wolf Among Us is a graphic adventure game played from a third-person perspective. The Wolf Among Us is set in the year 1986, nearly 20 years before the events of Fables. The player controls protagonist Bigby Wolf, who must investigate a series of mysterious murders. The dialogue options chosen during conversations would either have a positive or negative effect on how other characters view Bigby, and their perceptions would influence future events in the story. Some scenes are more action-oriented, forcing the player to respond to a series of quick-time events.
Do this?
I don't know, Snow. Must be nice being the sheriff. Do whatever the fuck you like. I have my limit for bullshit, and I think we reached it 10 minutes ago.
Number 15 is Twin Mirror.
The two halves of your world, they don't mix. There's Sam, the well-adjusted human.
Thank you so much.
And there's Sam, the
Twin Mirror is an adventure game played from a third-person view. Players control the investigative journalist Sam, who has returned to his hometown of Basewood, West Virginia. During his stay in the town, Nick's daughter, Joan, asks him to check on the events leading up to Nick's death as she finds his activity before he died suspicious. The environment is interactive and its objects are obtainable. Whom Sam speaks to is optional, and based on the state of his investigation, there are multiple endings to unlock. Players navigate between the real world and Sam's mind palace to discover clues. Sam's inner voice, the double, may aid or harm the investigation.
You adapted to other people. Wasn't it nice to feel accepted? Stop pretending you're someone else. Or keep looking for a truth that may not exist and leave everyone else behind.